Good morning. This morning we're going to read from 2 Kings 4, only from verse 17. We know the story of the Shunammite woman. She didn't have children, and then Elisha came past every now and then, they actually built a place for him where he can sleep, a room for him where he can sleep when he comes by. We must remember they all walked wherever they wanted to go and went on donkeys, and so they were at a long trip when they had to go somewhere. And so she said to Gehazi, was his servant, and she said to Gehazi, she's going to build this, and she did. And then after he slept there for a few times, he wondered, what can he do for this woman that is so generous? And he then asked Gehazi, and Gehazi said, but she doesn't have children. So Elisha said to her, in a year from now you will have a child. And then she became pregnant, and she had this boy, and this boy became bigger. And so this boy also knew Elisha because he would come by often. So we're going to read from verse 18. One day when the child was older, he went out to help his father, who was working with the harvesters. Suddenly he cried out, my head burst, my head burst. His father said to one of the servants, carry him home to his mother. So the servant took him home, and his mother held him on her lap. But around noontime he died. She carried him up and laid him on the bed of the man of God, that's Elisha, then shut the door and left him there. She sent a message to her husband, send one of the servants and a donkey so that I can hurry to the man of God and come right back. Why go today? He asked her. It is neither a new moon festival nor Sabbath. But she said, I'll be all right. So she saddled the donkey and said to the servant, hurry, don't slow down unless I tell you. As she approached the man of God at Mount Carmel, Elisha saw in the distance. He said to Gehazi, look, the woman from Shunem is here. Run out to her and ask her if everything is all right with her. And she said, everything is fine. But when she came to the man of God at the mountain, she fell to the ground before him and caught hold of his feet. Gehazi began to push her away, but the man of God said, leave her alone, she is deeply troubled, but the Lord has not told me what it is. Then she said, did I ask you for a son, my Lord? And didn't I say, don't deceive me and get my hopes up? Then Elisha said to Gehazi, get ready to travel, take my staff and go. Don't talk to anyone along the way. Go quickly and lay the staff on the child's face. But the boy's mother said, as surely as the Lord lives, and you yourself live, I won't go home unless you go with me. So Elijah returned with her. Then Elijah was there. He went up to the room, he prayed for him, and he became conscious again. He was alive. What I want to take out of this scripture this morning is that often we say things that we don't mean. Often we just speak, and without thinking what our words mean. And we need to remember that what we say is what we will get. If we don't get it today, we will get it in a month, 2 months, in a year's time, because we spoke it. Our words are so important and carry so much power. This woman from Shunem, she was such a believer that when her child died, she spoke to her husband. She didn't say to her husband, our child died and was in a state because he died. No, she just said to him, I need a donkey, I want to go to the man of God. And then she did that. He asked her, what is wrong and why is she going now? She just said, it will be well. And that is her words, it will be well. She believed. And the reason why she didn't say something, and then she went all the way to where Gehazi and he was, but she never said a word. She didn't say anything to anybody. When Gehazi asked her, because she went forward and spoke to her before she reached the prophet, she said to him, he asked her, is everything okay? Everything with your husband and your child? And she said, all is well. She didn't say that my child has died, because she knew the word she speaks is so important. She said, no, all is well. And then only when the prophet was there, she told him. And it is so amazing. If I think today, if I was married and one of my children, something would happen, I would be in a state. I would tell, that would be the first person, the father of the child, to say, but this one, something happened, this one died. But she doesn't do that because she knows so much better. She knew that if she had to say, my child died, he would he would become alive again. He would just remain in that state. But she says, all is well, all is okay. And when she spoke to the prophet, he knew that something was wrong. So he accompanied her. He went and he prayed. But nowhere along the line of from her going from there to the other side to where they were, and it was a long distance, she said anything about the child's death to anybody. She didn't speak about it because she knew her words is so important. If she spoke about it and said and confessed that a child is dead, maybe he wouldn't be alive today, or that time he wouldn't become alive. But she didn't. She knew she had to say the right things, and she did. How amazing, how strong is your faith to know that you must run to the child, to the man of God, and he will help you. He's the one who will help you. And don't speak to anybody along the line. She knows where help comes from God, not from everybody. She would tell this little story of hers, which is not really a little story, but the fact that her child has died. If she went along and told everybody like we do, tell everybody on her way that my child has died, I'm going there. Nah, the outcome wouldn't have been the same because she spoke it. So we need to remember daily that when we speak, when we go along, wherever we go, now, take very good care of what you say, because your words is the truth. They become the truth because your words carry power. So much power, you won't believe it. I can tell you lots of stories where I said something and then years later it happened. And I think, but why? And then the Lord takes me back and say, remember you said this. You must have a great day. Bye-bye.